Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, for the main tarot, I'm going to use the Thelema Tarot. Artwork by Renata Lechner. Over here on the side if you want to see how to spell that person's name. And the website is losgarebo.com. If I can get it close enough. If you want the spelling and you want to check it out, feel free to do so. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. The website here on the back is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, use an umbrella. I also use some dice. The larger dice, it's 21-sided, which does omit the Fool, but it's still good. I just make it work. I believe that came from mathartfun.com. Hopefully, if you are trying to read that, you can read that. This is going great. Hopefully you can. Mathartfun.com. I don't know how it's looking on camera, but hopefully you can see it if you're trying to see it. The smaller dice, the 14-sided, which I use to determine the card I'm using for the minor arcana, came from Tom Anders, and there's the website on there, which I can't read right now, but if you freeze frame, you can get it. There's also this code. You can use that if you're interested. Feel free. All right, so if you're interested in a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And without further ado, let's go on to your read. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Leo? So, I had two cards fall out face down when I was shuffling. I just left them there, so we'll find out. It seems like there's some type of situation going on here that they want you to know about that maybe you don't realize is happening around you. The Moon card. It's kind of like we have to unearth a mystery here. And you got this card twice. You got the health card and you got this Four of Swords. So there's a lot of healing that's possible here. Things can go better for you and other people. I feel like you can be a lot happier with how things currently are. Whatever's going on, the current energy, it makes me feel like I kind of let it be because every time I try to fix it, it just goes wonky. And there's other things I need to spend my time on anyway, so it doesn't seem like I'm moving things forward. It's kind of like every time I try to move this game piece 3 spaces forward, it gets knocked back 4. I move it forward twice, it goes back once, then twice. It never moves, it never really makes distance. It's always working against me. So I feel like I've been leaving it alone for a while. This situation is actually going to go better is what I'm getting. I think you're at that moment where it's about to go better. I think you have assistance here. Somebody else seems to be trying to help it move forward. They also seem to know that you want it to move forward, and when they can stably add you in and actually move it forward, they will call on you to do so. Somebody else is like taking up the reins on this one. They've taken the lead on it. I don't know if that's the right way to put that. Somebody else is working. I don't know. Is it behind the scenes? Because I want to say, like, they are trying to fix it. They are actively trying to take control of it. But it doesn't mean it doesn't mean officially they're supposed to. So it's almost like, if you were at a business and, like, say you have a manager that you're supposed to work with, they're the ones who are supposed to be moving it forward, but it doesn't seem to happen. You have, like, a coworker who's actually trying to move it forward and doing what they can. They're kind of taking control of it, but officially maybe they're not supposed to, but they're like, well, it's got to go better anyway, so I'm going to do what I have to do. How far is that going to go? Yeah, they're just kind of like doing what they need to do. They got the Temperance card, they're just kind of handling it as they handle it, and they got the Four of Swords again. They're very invested in this going better. They're very invested in the healing. I feel like they're pivotal in the healing of this situation. So the situation has the chance to go a lot better. I feel like what they're saying is, like, wait it out. wait until this person asks you for help. Wait for them to ask you for help, because I get, whoever this is, you got the success card and the lover's card. I do feel like you like them. The only thing might be like letting them lead might be a little bit like, I don't know if I want to do that. I like them. I don't know if I really want them to lead, though. There might be something with that. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't know why that might be a problem, but whatever's going on with that, this might be one of those times to kind of allow it if you can. There's something going on behind the scenes, and this is what's going on behind the scenes that I feel like they want you to know. There are definitely things changing. Whatever's blocking the situation or has been blocking the situation, something is leaving. There's a component or a person that's leaving, but it's very quiet. It's like not everybody's going to know. It's almost like having this. It's almost like on paper I have the same manager, but somebody else keeps actually doing the job. It's kind of like, have you ever had that happen? I've had that happen once, where somebody on paper is the technical manager, but this other person is the one who actually sends the timesheets and responds to emails and tells people what needs to get done. And it's kind of like, how come that person is supposed to be the one doing the job, but you're the one that's actually doing the job? Like, why is that happening? Something behind the scenes is going on very quietly. There's a change happening. Somebody's getting out of the way. There's a transformation. I know it says personal transformation. It may be for somebody else it is, but you're going to see more of like a physical transformation on your side because this is happening around the situation. It's what's going on behind the scenes, because there's been too much going on here in a way that isn't working. It's not just not working for you, it's not working for other people too. And I feel like you've dealt with it for a while and you're not expecting it to change, and I feel like I'm just fed up with putting in energy, putting in effort, and it just being thrown back in my face. So I feel like you're kind of fed up with it, which makes sense, but they're saying for this situation to heal and go better, your moment is coming. There's more to this, so let's just... I understand that there's a reason that you might not want to be a part of it. I feel like it makes perfect sense why that would be. So the opportunity is going to come, not right away, but you're going to start seeing weird little changes. You're going to notice that thing like the one person is technically the leader, but somebody else keeps leading. Things are not working like they normally would. Things have changed. It is kind of like the information is going to come forward where you get a chance to move ahead. You get a chance to move things forward the way you want them to. And I feel like the first thing I'm getting is like, I've been down this road before. I've gone down this road before, and I don't like how it feels, because people make me feel like there's a chance. People make me feel like I'm important. People give me something to do. And then, before I know it, I'm getting slapped across the face because they didn't like the way I did it. And I'm like, I'm not about wasting my energy. I've already seen how this played out a few times now. It's probably played out multiple times this way. And I'm like, you know what? I'm exhausted from this. I have better things to do. I'm not about wasting my time. I'm not about doing this little dog and pony show for somebody else's amusement, because I'm starting to feel like that's what it is. It's understandable if that's kind of how you feel. Like, if I do that, I'm just wasting my time, and I'd rather have something to show for it. Thanks. And it's almost like I feel like somebody's just messing with me or joshing with me. Joshing with me. I don't know. It's not a term I usually use, but that's how it's coming forward. Like, they're really just messing with me. I feel like they're messing with me, and I'm like, I don't want to play that game. The advice is to actually step back from that for a second. There is somebody here that I feel like you do connect with well. 7 of Cups in question. Like, is it real? Is it not real? 7 of Cups right side up is like sometimes fantasy or options. A lot of times it's a fantasy card, depending on what's around it. Reversed, it's like sometimes like coming down to reality, coming out of the clouds and seeing what really is, and putting your feet on the floor and seeing what's actually there. And you got the Justice card. Like, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? You also have the Justice card over here. I feel like whoever this person is, there's somebody that actually you do like, and you do feel like they do well. They're saying go approach them. Connect with them and see what they think, and ask them, because I feel like there's somebody else trying to fix things, and it's kind of like that's not really their place, but they can do what they want. I don't care. Touch base with them. See what they think. They might tell you things that you're like, oh, really? Is that what's going on? They're like, yeah, that's what's happening. Here's an opportunity for things to go better. The situation can heal. The situation can be a lot healthier than it has been. People could be treated better and be maybe paid better if it was a work situation. They will tell you what's been going on. They will give you the intel. They will tell you this, that, and the other thing, and this is what happened there, and that's what happened there. It might be quite the entertaining conversation. If you touch base with that person you actually believe in, that you like, I feel like you've been avoiding them. I don't know why, but if you decide to kind of change that and go and see what's going on with them, see what's up, talk it out, see what they know, I feel like they'll give you like something to stand on to go, oh, so that's what's going on. Because this reading is about actually putting yourself out there again. Are you strong enough to do it? Definitely. That's not even a question. It's just kind of like, are you willing to? What type of outcome do you get if you are willing to? Seven of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune does come in a little wonky. And I'm noticing it in the community. Other people might not like that you move ahead, because you might move ahead over this. You might move ahead over this. If you do this and you take this person that you like, whoever this Justice card might be for you, you take their advice or you soak up their information, and they're like, if you do this, this could be great for you and for me, Leo. If you look out for me, I'll look out for you. It kind of has that energy to it. You're going to move ahead, and I feel like you're going to have a lot of other things to do. There might be something where you have to communicate a lot. The automatic writing, I feel like I have to constantly communicate with other people. Sometimes automatic writing is a literal psychic thing where people just do the automatic writing thing. I'm not feeling that for you. I'm feeling it more like there's certain things I just have to communicate a lot with. I feel like Leo is good communicating because they just tell the truth. They just tell it how it is. So you get the bare bones. You get like the raw, this is what it is from Leo. That's my opinion. They just raw, this is what I'm seeing, raw, this is how it is. And that's something that's truthful, and that's something you can work with, you know what I mean? A lot of communication comes forward. There are people around this situation that feel like you shouldn't have moved ahead and you just kind of took advantage of something. I would ignore that if you can. You got to do what you got to do with that. But I do feel like there is this tinge of jealousy around the situation. That's the good and the bad with the High Priestess. And I got the Wheel of Fortune reversed with the Seven of Pentacles in question. The Seven of Pentacles is like people thinking there needs to be more work. People might think that you moved ahead and you don't know what you're doing well enough to be where you are. It's about loyalty. It's about doing what's right. It's about being dependable. It's about being trustworthy. You are where you're supposed to be. It's not only about knowing all the ins and outs of the job, but having the integrity to stand up for what needs to be done and making sure it stays where it should be. That's why you're going to be where you should be, or where you are. So keep that in mind as you're moving ahead. I don't think that's going to ruin your day to know that there's some adversity around you. I feel like what they're saying is like just to not play into it. Give it like a year or two. And these people are going to realize you are where you are for a reason because you have the strength to do what you need to do. You have the strength to do what needs to be done. I know I said that wrong. You have the strength to do what needs to be done, and that is why you're there. These other people might know the job better if this is a job thing. They might know it better, and they might know it 10 times better than you do. But do they have the backbone to make it work out the way it's supposed to so we don't go backwards to the spot where things weren't working out that great before? That's the whole point. You'll not only say what needs to be said, you'll hold strong to it and make sure it stays where it should be and not let it backslide. That's why you're there. Sure, these other people may have a lot of knowledge that you don't have, but do they have the backbone? It's about the backbone. I just feel like I was lecturing there, like lecturing somebody. Like, okay. All right, are we good? By the way, it's not like everybody's going to be upset with you. You're definitely going to have a lot of allies. People are going to respect the backbone. They're going to respect the backbone. Okay, sure. I give it like a year, and people will get it. People will see. Because without the backbone, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to like flop on the ground. So we got to have a strong backbone to make this work, and you got it. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below the same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.